Seds cook this amazing chicken paella omelette thing. Absolutely wonderful. What do you call it, Seds?
Chicken and rice.
Ah. Not a lot of people know that Seds is in fact an inventor, and here is one of his incredible ideas that has mysteriously not taken off or been copied.
Well, I got the idea from you people in van life. There must always be a second use for things. If it works there and it works there, it's great because it's got two uses. This is a cigarette paper. A lot of van lifers will carry these around for some reason. And all you do with cigarette, you've had your shit, you're in there in the field or you're in sand, you can't wipe your arse. So what you do is you pour your trusty cigarette paper and you fold it in half like that. And then you fold it in half again. King size is better because don't forget you're going to wipe your arse with it. So you take it off like this. You got your, don't forget it's just a cigarette paper, but the double use for a van lifer is it's now toilet paper. Do you see how that works? Right. You give it a good old wipe. Of course, this finger is going to be a bit dirty. So you just grab it all on, take it off, and you're going to say, oh, your fingernails, fingernails. Do you remember the bit you ripped off?
The circle in the middle.
Yes, the bit you ripped off. You just get it like this, and you get your fingernail, and you take it all out. You know?
But probably lick that bit first.
Oh, I shouldn't have licked that, but yeah, that's what I think is my invention for the van life community.
7 o'clock now, and Lauren needs her daily fix of...
Uncle Nigel. There he is.
Not him.
Not him.
That's going to play out in politics, isn't it, in the weeks and months to come.
Boring. Get off.
I do think this is resonating to a degree. We're always
We don't care what you think. Can you fast forward it to Nigel, or is this live?
No, this is live telly.
Oh no. Oh, he's still going on. So Nigel almost managed to interrupt this bugger, but he carried on and brought it back.
It was an attempt to try and kill this as a story as much as possible. One other thing.
Oh my God.
Oh, and another thing.
Part of the same
Oh, great. It's part of the same. It's the same story. Wow. Let's get a clock. How long's that been on?
Yesterday about kind of cash for access or cash
Wow.
for I should say.
Look at him. He can recite 20 talking points, all left-wing Marxist talking points, all one after the other. This is GB News.
Each of them seems to
What the hell is this propaganda spokesperson doing out of it? Nigel, interrupt the bugger. Oh, no.
Perhaps unsurprisingly.
Come on, Nigel, slide this guy off and tell him what he has to his face.
Today.
Fantastic. Oh, no. Oh, that clock says 8:10, but I think it's 7:20. Anyway, laundry needs a changeover, so don't mind the BBC radio in the background. So I put some new stuff in there. I pressed the on button and it switched to just 3 orange zeros, and then I'm going to close the door thinking it might be warming up, it might be, I don't know, on a timer. I honestly don't know, so I think I've started it. I recorded this so when I go to the Mancave I won't have to remember too much about it. So Farage is back in the seat, brilliant. So I have to play back that video now to see if Seds thinks I've done the washing machine right. But I've got to interrupt Farage, and these two are glued to Farage. So I have to remember what it is after this finish.
Called the other day on the phone, and I know it was a scammer. First of all, it was an Indian voice. Hello, is everything ringing you? Apparently, he's from BT Openreach, though I don't have BT Openreach, right? And tells me that I've been looking at dodgy sites. And then I start laughing. And then I said, can I speak to someone who speaks English? I am bloody speaking damn English, he was going. Anyway, and he told me to fuck off.
Controversially.
But he told me to fuck off in the end. Now, apparently he was ringing up to tell me he was going to find me, and I have to pay him in these cards.
Oh.
Yeah, it was one of these scammers on the phone. they phone you up and they say with your internet you've been looking at dodgy stuff and all that, and with BT OpenReach.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm not even with them anyway. So.
And it would be a pity if your boss found out about your browsing history, sir.
Yeah. And what they do is they eventually get you to go and get some sort of shopping cards, and then give them the numbers over the phone, and then your fine will be paid.
Wow.
Amazon cards and things.
Well, they wouldn't be doing this if it didn't work.
Anyway, I started laughing and asked me, can I speak to somebody English? And he in the end he swore at me and put the phone down.
I am English. My name is Brian.
Oh, what was it? He had a name like Kevin.
Oh, yes, good, Kevin.
Yeah, hello, this is Kevin.
Kevin. Good Indian name.
16 badly, I think is the answer to that. At some point, we're going to have to act. All the thinking was that Brexit would lead to tensions in the nationalist community. It hasn't.
The Poles have guns, but the shooting that really matters here is done by smartphone. Subscribe to. Now, I'm against censorship. I'm against preventing people from saying what they want to say.
Yeah, GB News is the only channel I listen to now or watch.
Any particular thing that convinced you they were the channel for you?
They have the right politics. They're actually telling the truth.
Here on YouTube, we can't drill down into any detail for fear of a week's detention.
Yeah, I don't give a bollocks about it.
Or Quentin Wilson having a rant about electric vehicles. Brilliant.
In the next 10 years.
Hello, magnetic kangaroo.
It's about 11 PM and Seds has a time travel warning about my videos. That he's in the past looking at me in the future telling him about stuff before his
No,
past.
I want to know what happened in Scotland. Now, you people are watching it now. I'm in the future because he's still in Scotland. I've just watched him on a video. Though he's here, I am the future. So if he tells me what happened in Scotland, that is the past, and therefore he's not portraying history.
Yeah, what, by not giving you any spoilers to what happens next in my adventure? Will you ask me questions which are later going to be unveiled in the course of the plot, right? I'm not going to give you like I'm not going to leak any stories of the upcoming things that have already been filmed, including what's going on today. This has already been filmed, everything up until the present moment now, rather this now or this now or this now or this now or this now.
So you're telling me they don't know about your water filtration system yet?
Well, it's called that, but of course it's smokescreen to disable following police vehicles and maybe armoured units.
Can you not tell us what happens here? Because then otherwise it'll spoil it for us.
Oh, what's going to happen to you tomorrow in the
What
Mancave?
happens here? We don't want to know yet because that's in the
Oh,
future.
yeah,
I don't really
yeah,
want to know
obviously,
about
yeah.
future.
Yeah, I'm asking
Yeah.
about.
So I'm from the future and I've come here to this moment and I can't tell them what happens next. I just got to pretend, remember what I said last time and repeat the same thing, or I'll be changing history.
A bit like a shit Terminator.
But the thing is, I
Fat Welsh
have a time
Terminator.
machine called YouTube. I can watch you in the past, but I can now see you in the future. This is great. YouTube is brilliant.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm lost in time.
But because I've met you, and you are in Scotland on YouTube, you're in Scotland. If I touch you, do you disappear? Because it's the paradox.
Well, the thing is, I do not consent to any male-on-male touching, especially at 11 o'clock in the evening at someone else's house. I think, no, that's a definite Rubicon and
I
no-no.
would have touched you with Dobby.
Unless you're in a lay-by.
Yeah, the lay-bys.
Lay-by, then all bets are off in the lay-by. Especially off the A40 in Brecon. All
With a
bets are
van
off
aerial.
there.
Perhaps it was just a wankerchief salesman.
Oh, God. He gave me the van aerial disease joke earlier. That was awful.
Did I put it on camera?
No, I didn't film it. I don't think I would film it. I wouldn't do that to my viewers. But his van aerial joke,
Well,
van aerial
I
disease.
knew somebody who got whipped
Jeez.
once.
Oh, no.
He was a right pervert. He ripped his the aerial off the top of his van, and he self-flagellated. That means he,
Whipped himself.
whacked his own bottom with it until it bled and bled and bled, and then eventually his wife caught him and took him to hospital. And the doctor looked at him, they called a specialist in, and they said, well, Tim, this is the worst case of venereal disease I've ever seen.
You can see why I didn't record that earlier. Just not worth listening to, is it? Just like Ronnie Corbett, I call
All
it.
straight out the Fun Factory,
Fun
all in
Factory.
here. The Fun
Oh,
Factory.
Yeah.
Do you know there's many jokes I hold back, you know, because I don't want to offend.
There's more that I hold back, believe me.
I hold all my jokes back because I never want to offend the insensitive, the little cotton buds.
Yeah.
I never want to melt a snowflake.
Precious little blue-haired snowflakes. Yeah.
Right, Lauren said he's like a shit Terminator. You are the Terminator, you come back.
I don't think 2021's any better, actually, especially for purebloods.
But they dropped him with a secret weapon, it's called his van. And no virus would survive in the back of it. So he's protected, totally protected.
Actually, yeah, I'm secretly working for the World Health Organization, and this is humanity's only hope, is that I can just crossbreed athlete's foot with jism and green snot sniffed up through my nose and then spat out, and I'm mixing these things together in a controlled experiment to finally cure all illnesses that have afflicted humanity for centuries.
This footage is for the cutting room floor, I know it.
Wandering about, this was the day that you told me you made a video about our recent meeting, so Lauren's doing the typing because it's proper tricky trying to, so we're searching for your channel because no one wants to type in the HTTP address, and yeah, we're trying to find this video you made of our meeting up in Ivinghoe. How far have you got with it? Wandering. Don't ask me to repeat it because I think I forgot. Dictated it wrong. It's not wandering about, it's wandering around. So now Lawrence has got to go back and deleting things without cancelling everything and see if we can re-edit. Yeah, so we're doing well, Lauren. This is pretty good. Yeah, Gen X rule. I know all you teenagers and Gen Zs and that can do this like when you're asleep. Wandering around, great. Can you see a channel called Wandering Around?
I'll do a search.
Yeah, we found it. Thanks, Scott.
Don't have sandals, socks with...
No sandals, Scott?
There he is.
Aye, there he is. That's his run-up. I'm probably fixing the back door then. That's it.
Unmistakable blue van of his.
You should have edited into a video.
Hey.
You're watching Socks with Sandals on Scott's channel. Door, a 2 metre by 80 centimetre door. Yeah. With
I forgot you got
an
the
inch of
storage,
memory
haven't you?
foam. Just pick the pube off it. And
In there for like 11 hours, just solid torture from the Fun Factory.
Oh, the Fun Factory's still working. About to close down now, the Fun Factory for night shift over.
2 in the morning, right? And that's it. We decided it was
2:15.
Yeah.
2:15.
Just can't do any more.
We're hardcore.
Yeah.
I can say we're hardcore.
That was a lot of giggling.
A lot of tea.
giggling.
A lot of tea drinking.
And talking about subjects you can't film for YouTube, if you know what I mean.